Good morning. Good morning. It's Amanda, and I'm so happy that you guys are joining me today. Yay. I hope you guys had a good weekend. But today we are going to talk about what I like to do in order to make sure that I am on the right path from the beginning of my day. So I just decided to write a book not that long ago called the Fitness, Mindset, Everything Journal for the Enthusiastic Mind. And like fitness and like mindset are crossed out because I was like, that's not fitness, it's not mindset, it's all of it. And I don't want to, I'm trying really hard not to use the word holistic anymore because I feel like unfortunately the fitness and health world has just like driven that into the ground, kind of like the way that the food industry has used the word organic way too much. So it's the Everything Journal. And in it, I talk about these 6 areas of alignment, which I'm going to show you here. I got to make sure to share my screen, not just like pull it up on my screen. Okay, so look at, I'm just going to share this. All right. So there's the 6 areas of alignment right here, right? We have mindset, faith, fitness, finance, family and friends, as well as networking. So all of those areas of alignment, as you saw with like the pieces of the pie, they all together, I'm going to use the word holistically, make up who you are and what will influence you in your life, in your actions, in your thoughts, and your emotions, right? When I was fighting, or I'm still fighting, doing like kickboxing and Muay Thai championships and stuff. But when I'm fighting, I'm so in tuned on my fitness portion that all the rest used to suffer. And I'd get to the end of a fight camp, win or lose, I would go into this like super deep pit of depression. I'm like, why am I so sad? um, and it got to the point where I was like, well, I guess this is just a part of fighting and this is what I have to do, right? But I've noticed that that actually happens with people that they'd be in really high stress jobs. They'd focus all of their emotions, all of their energy into working on a project, doing whatever it is that they're doing in that one area. And then after it was done, they would get sick or they would sleep for a whole weekend. And then you'd like look around after you're done with your project and you're like, why did I just sacrifice all of the rest of my life for this one thing? Right. And you're like, oh, I'm never going to do that again. And then the next project comes up and you're just like sucked in, right? It usually happens, I don't want to say like definitively with only people that have like ADHD and that hyper focus, but it definitely happens a lot more with people that are just like the world shuts out around them. So what I did was I created this little journal in order to help people figure out how to realign their lifestyle, right? So what we're going to do today is I'm just going to show you a really quick thing that you can do. And I'm literally just going to like pull it up onto a Microsoft Word and we're going to do it together. Okay. So where is it? Uh, Bam. Okay. Sure. Okay. So I usually do this in my journal, but I wanted to show you guys. So I'm just going to pull up what do you call it? Microsoft Word. And we're going to just write one goal that we're going to do for each area of our alignment today. Oh, Amanda, you just gave me 6 extra things I have to do. Don't you know how busy I am? I know how busy you are. But I promise that at the end of the day, if you at least kind of try to focus on getting at least 5 out of 6 of these done, you're going to feel way better, way more balanced, and you're not going to have that feeling of like loss of control in any part of your life, hopefully. Hopefully. I guess shouldn't say things like that. It's like when they say like guarantee, you can't guarantee things. I'm like, okay, fine. But anyways, okay. So we're going to start with fitness. So today is Sunday. It's my busier work day. So what I'm going to do is just like go on a walk with the kids. Just because I'm not really sure if I'm going to have time to do a full workout but at least this way, I'm going to start small. And that way, if I get that done, I'm going to feel way more accomplished. And then I can start doing my bigger goals later as we get through the week. So finance wise, let's see, tax days tomorrow. I think I have all my taxes and stuff done. I'm going to set a financial goal of maybe like putting some of the old what do you call it? Like the whole old stuff that I just found spring cleaning up for sale. Okay. Oops. So if I get some money from that, cool. If not, no matter what, I still spring cleaned and at least got through it, right? So usually whenever I'm cleaning out stuff and I find things, I'm like, oh, I should definitely sell this. I shouldn't give it away or definitely can't keep it because I'm not using it, right? So I'll put it up on Facebook or Craigslist or whatever platform you use for selling your things for maybe like a week. And if it doesn't sell, that's usually when I'll give it away or just offer it up for free. So faith. I know some people, it used to be a trigger word for me. Um, Faith used to be one of those things that I'm going to go ahead and say I was not raised religiously. Um, my parents would say, or my mom would say, you're raised Protestant, but we don't practice. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. Like the word didn't mean anything to me. And so it took a long time for me to kind of find my own path into what faith I wanted to fall into. Um, but faith is all I'm talking about here is a belief in a higher being than yourself, right? Like that can be a lot of people like say God. This can be Gaia, like the earth. You can think of whatever thing that you think is higher than yourself, right? Like with Buddhism, it's, you know, I really liked Buddhism when I was studying it because it was like, it doesn't matter if there's a God, but just be a good person. And I was like, yeah, I like that. Okay, cool. But whatever your faith is, right? Especially it's Sunday, right? It's like the faith day. This is how do you improve your belief that no matter what you're doing, you're going to be taken care of spiritually. So, what can you do for yourself today in order to make sure that you are on the path to what you're fulfilling your purpose for, if that makes sense? So, faith for me today is I think I'm going to I'm going to say I'm going to go again, I'm going to go low. So I'm going to say 10 minutes to meditate. And that could be either a podcast. I really love this. It's called Mindful Movement. I was going to check it, but I remembered it. There's this Mindful Movement podcast, which is really awesome. I like to throw that on. That way I don't have to like just sit and try to focus on the one thing I'm trying to think of. Okay. Next is family and friends. So this is the time that you're going to take to talk with the people that you love, check in on them, and then also kind of make sure that you're on the same page with your kids, with your wife, with your husband, right? Best friend, like even if it's just like go to brunch with a friend, right? Like call somebody that you've used to be really close with that you're not really close with anymore just because life gets in the way we become adults, right? So for this, I'm going to do something with my kids. I'm going to spend 1 hour doing some type of activity with my kids. For networking, this, because I'm a small business owner, I usually think of this as reaching out to other business owners. And right now I have this thing, which is like a summer bingo that I'm putting on. So that's probably what I'm going to do for mine. But what you guys can do is if you're not a small business owner is networking can literally just mean like finding a hobby group or finding an activity event. Like I know there's a lot of people that are into like D&D. There's game nights, there's how to crochet, there's paint nights, there's how to make your own beer. Like there's so many different things out there that are like crafty and hobby like that you can go out and explore and like literally make your life better. So that's where your networking would be. So if it wasn't my summer bingo, right? Imagine I don't have a business. I would probably go and book a hobby event. So like I really like painting, I really like crafts. I really want to do pottery. I'm just gonna say pottery. So I'm gonna find a pottery class that I can bring my kids to. And then mindset wise, I'm gonna make sure to journal for 10 minutes, probably at night. Okay. So this part's the easy part. Okay. And as you can see, right? So I've written down all these things and you can see there's kind of a few of these that can tie into each other. So I can tie in my faith and my mindset together. And this 10 minutes to meditate, this 10 minutes to journal, right? I could do my 10 minutes of meditation and then I can go right into my journaling right afterwards. And I have both of those checked off in a 20-minute period. Okay. Um, the networking, right? This pottery class, imagining that I don't have a small business, right? This pottery class, family and friends, and then like the going on a walk with the kids, right? All of those can be tied in together in the same thing. By let's say, okay, we have a 1 hour activity with the kids. Oh, I can go to a pottery class. Okay. If I let's say it's we live in Washington, so like I have to walk down to Seattle. If I park and then make sure that we can like walk to a place to eat and then go to the park and then make sure that we'll go to the pottery class after that, like that fulfills each one of these needs, the fitness, the family and friends, and then the networking pottery class. And you never know, like you might meet other people at the pottery class that also have kids and like, oh, this is your first time too. Oh, this is so cool, right? And so that means the only thing that I have left to do is putting those things that I spring cleaned. Yeah. Yeah. Spring cleaned up for sale, which is just taking pictures, throwing it on Facebook, and that's it. So instead of 6 things, I really only have 3 things to do. And that's the cool thing about doing these areas of alignment is they align together. Like the easiest way to make your life better is to write all of these out, see how each one of them is able to overlap another area, tie them together, and they will literally elevate your life to the next level, which is awesome. So I hope this was really helpful. I'm going to keep this video a little bit shorter. Oh, it's like 20 minutes. It's like normal. Sorry, I ramble. But yeah, if you guys want to do a little bit more information on this journal, I do have a class that's going on at the end of the month, literally just in time for my birthday. It's going to be the 26th, the 27th, and the 28th. I'm going to be doing a 3-day challenge, which will be recorded. So that way, even if you're in a different time zone, like the Netherlands or Europe, don't make fun. I'm sorry. I'm on my first cup of coffee. The Netherlands is Europe. Okay. So we have that going on at the end of the month. And it's just going to go 3 days into this journal of not just me being like, these are my goals. It'll be like, hey, these are what the goals are. And you're going to make them for yourself. And then I'm going to make sure that you have an actionable plan moving forward in order to make your life better. So if you want, if you're interested in that, I'm going to leave a link to registering for it in the comments below. And then also I'm going to leave you a link for the journal, which is only $17. It's normally going to be 35. So get it now because this is only like the first iteration of it. But thanks for hanging out with me this morning. Happy Sunday. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. All right. Bye.